Good morning, Arsene.
Good morning.
Just to confirm the doubtful players for the game at the weekend, it was Oxlade-Chamberlain, Monreal and Walcott you were assessing. What's the state of those?
Well, all today, Monreal will be final decision tomorrow. Chamberlain has not practiced yet. Tomorrow as well, and Walcott as well. We'll make a decision tomorrow. Do I include him in the squad or not?
Good to have.
But Koscielny is still out, at the back, and nobody else is coming back apart from Chambers, who was suspended last week. He's now back.
What's in your mind about the way you'll introduce Theo? Because obviously he's been out for so long. He came back for a little bit.
Look, I believe at the moment he had done one training session with the team. It's very early for him.
Your form overall, if you take out that Stoke scoreline, it's been very good over the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, we won 5 of our last 6 games, and of course we want to continue our strong run. I think we had a good game against Newcastle, and tomorrow is a good game for us to show that we can have a continuity in finding a good balance between attacking well and defending well, because Liverpool is always very strong at home, and that's why we want to continue, of course, to be faithful to our philosophy and play our game, but as well be solid defensively.
This game last season, you were caught out early on. How do you look back on that?
Look, Liverpool last year scored over 100 goals in the Championship. They were very good going forward. This season they scored 19, I think, until now. So they are not on the same trend offensively. But I must say they started off the blocks very strong, and we were late, too late to get into the game.
Does that defeat, which was 5-1, does that still hurt?
Every defeat hurts, and something. Every defeat is a scar in your heart forever, So, but we have as well very good memories at Liverpool. We won many games at Liverpool as well, and even last year we lost against them. The week later, against the same team, we won 2-0 at home in the FA Cup.
There have been a lot of late goals, from what I recall, over the last 6 years at Anfield. I mean, there's been 4 in the last 6, scored in the 90th minute or later. Is it still one of the great Premier League fixtures?
Yes, of course. There's a special atmosphere. I think I have a lot of respect for the crowd at Liverpool, because they stand behind their team. I remember one day we were leading 5-1 at Liverpool, and they were chanting, "We never walk alone." It's one of a few grounds in the world where you can see that, and there's a special combination of knowledge of the game at Liverpool and of support of their team, and I have a huge respect for that.
How significant would winning this weekend be in terms of finishing in the top 4 coming in end of the season? Look,
we want to have continuity. It's a very important period now. You start now, it's basically the Christmas period. Over the Christmas period we play 4 Premier League games, and can we have a good run over Christmas, we will come back strongly, I'm sure, in the league. And after, when you get over the hill, January, we look towards the end, and how you come out of the Christmas period is, of course, very important.
But it would be presumably a significant setback for Liverpool if you were to win.
Look, in football, both teams, you don't worry too much what it would be for the opponent. You worry for competition is fair if everybody gives absolutely everything, and after that the game is played, you go to the next one.
What does it mean to you to have the ability to have Alexis Sanchez in your team this weekend. There was a strong suggestion that Liverpool were interested in him over the summer. But he's playing for you this weekend, not playing against you this weekend.
Look, we were interested in Suarez last year. He scored 40 goals for Liverpool, and that's part of the competition. I think at the end of the day, every great player has the choice to go where he wants today, and he has chosen us. We are very happy for that, and I'm not sure that Liverpool was in, but I don't know why he has chosen us and not anybody else, but we are very happy that he has done that.
Do you have a certain degree of sympathy with the position that Brendan Rodgers finds himself in at the moment? I mean, great season last season, but he's come under criticism this season. Look,
I have sympathy for every single manager in the Premier League, and everybody goes through periods where it goes a bit less well. Our job is to survive crisis, you know, and part of the job, not all the job, but when you want to make a long career, you cannot only win, unfortunately.
Listen, this week we've learned of the retirement of Thierry Henry. How do you reflect on his football career?
I would say he's a massive career, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank him what he has done for the club, and what a huge success he has been for us. He was, of course, an exceptional football player, but as well a combination of a modern player. And Thierry especially was a combination of huge, of course, physical talent, technical talent, but as well special intelligence. And he was not a contact player as so much as a typical centre forward. He was more a guy who used his intelligence to get away from people and his pace, and was one of the greatest players I ever seen, and I've seen a few good ones.
He wants to do his coaching badges.
Sorry?
He wants to do his coaching badges, or he is doing his coaching badges.
I think
it's
he has enjoyed it now. It's time to suffer as well for him.
What do you mean by that?
That coaching is of course enjoyable, but it's as well suffering. He will see that it's not ever easy to get everybody to score the goals that he scored.
Listen, you didn't mention Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain right at the top, I don't think. What's the situation with him?
He is has a test tomorrow morning.
Oh. Thank you.
Awesome. What are your plans for Christmas Day? Is it a usual day training?
Christmas Day, yes, is for us training day, and that night, I think on the 26th we play against QPR at 5:30, so we prepare for the game.
Do you do anything different to celebrate Christmas?
We practice a little bit earlier for the English players, because 25 in England is a very special day, and with the family, so practice a bit earlier.
In terms of Liverpool, how do you assess what's the difference between them last season and this season?
I don't know too much, you know. It's difficult for me to assess our direct opponent on 2 or 3 days before. I expect to play against a very good team, and they play as well. This season they have a heavy schedule as well, like we have, you know. They play Champions League games, they play Premiership games, and it's very demanding.
What difference does it make having Raheem Sterling as a centre forward rather than his usual role?
Look, I rate him highly, Sterling, and of course everybody speaks about Suarez last year, but let's not forget that Sturridge and Sterling were very, very influential, and I think he's one of the great players in England.
So just going back to Alexis, given you've not had a midweek game this week and he had a rest last week before Newcastle, do you feel he's fresh now? How's he feel?
He needed some rest, and he benefited from the fact that I didn't take him to Galatasaray, but he has played many games. I think he has played 28 games since the start of the season, and he needed a little breather. It will have helped him, yes.
It's the first time he'll obviously have played over the festive period in England. What do you say to foreign players to prepare them for this sort of spell of games?
It's a shock for the system, for everybody, you know, those who are not used to it, because they're all used to a break, and they want always more and more. When you tell them, be careful in England, there's no stop in winter, you know, and I think many of them suffer physically.
Is it a difficult job to manage those players through this period?
It is, because they are as well mentally, you know, sometimes the players are used to a break over Christmas, they are used to being a family. The players who are from South America used to go home, and of course in England they cannot do it.
He's obviously been a huge success since you brought him in the summer. Can you just tell us a bit about how that transfer came about, how you pulled it off?
In Brazil, I met his agent in Brazil, and a few times, you know, and we could talk about the transfer, and in Europe here we did it with the club, with Barcelona. Once we got his decision that he would like to join us, and then it happened.
You said earlier you weren't sure why he chose you, but he said that you were a big part of it. I mean, what did you say to convince him to come here?
Look, he came out from a period where maybe he had not the number of games that he wanted at Barcelona, and I just try, like every manager, you know, you try to convince the players that you can help them to develop the quality of their game, that they can the way we play football will suit him, and that's why I think he has chosen us in the end. And as well, we have a continuity. All the players want to play in the Champions League. It's quite simple, and we have quite a good continuity on that front.
Arsene, how's Jack Wilshere progressing?
Very well. He's away for a few days now, but at the moment he has not started the rehab, you know. We have to wait a little bit.
There were some stories last week suggesting that he might have suffered a setback, but that wasn't
No,
true.
it's not. That was not true.
And Aaron Ramsey, how's he getting on?
Aaron Ramsey, I'm scared that he will miss the Christmas period. He should be back end of December, early January.
Thanks,
Okay.
everyone. Can you take the microphones out, please?